He was so bad the Cavs gave up on him after just one season, lumping him in with Andrew Wiggins in the trade for Kevin Love once LeBron James came back into town. He never even averaged 4 points a game, and he didn't even play double-digit minutes any year after his rookie season. Not every NBA player can go down as an all-time great. Some players are just forgettable, but it's the ones that are memorably bad that hurt the most. Every single NBA team has the worst player of all time, but some of them sting a little more than the others. Some NBA players are just busts. They keep both fans and general managers up at night wondering what might have been. In today's video, we're going to be telling you about the 10 worst players in NBA history. But before we jump in, if you don't want to miss a video, please subscribe to our channel and hit that notification bell to get notified every time we post new videos. Let's get started. Number 10, Atlanta Hawks, Ed Macauley. Poor Ed Macauley never asked for this. In 1956, Macauley was living the high life, coming off 6 consecutive All-Star seasons for the Boston Celtics. That year, Boston traded Macauley and rookie Cliff Hagan for another rookie named Bill Russell, who would go on to change their franchise forever. Russell played 13 seasons and won 11 championships and 5 MVP awards. Macauley made only one more All-Star game for the Hawks, then played 2 more forgettable seasons and retiring. Believe it or not, Ed Macauley is in the Basketball Hall of Fame today, thanks to his contributions to the Celtics, but his biggest contribution to Boston was no doubt the player he took away from the Atlanta Hawks. Number 9, Boston Celtics, Len Bias. The 80s Celtics could do no wrong. They watched Larry Bird turn into a superstar, turn Joe Barry Carroll into Kevin McHale and Robert Parrish, and won 3 NBA championships in 6 seasons as they ruled the early 80s. In 1984, they offloaded Gerald Henderson for a future pick, then watched that pick become number 2 overall in the 1986 draft, a luxury akin to the modern-day Warriors lucking into Zion Williamson next year. The Celtics drafted talented young big man Len Bias out of Maryland and looks set to rule the NBA for another 5 or 10 years. But Bias died 2 days later from cardiac arrhythmia induced by cocaine overdose and never played for Boston. The Celtics dynasty was cut short, and fans can only wonder what might have been. Number 8, Brooklyn Nets, Dennis Hopson. The New Jersey Nets owned the number 3 pick in the 1987 draft and used it on Ohio State wing Dennis Hopson. Hopson never quite found his footing, improving gradually over 3 seasons before being offloaded unceremoniously in a trade. Maybe the Nets should have taken the Central Arkansas wing that went 2 picks after Hopson, one Scottie Pippen. If not Pippen, they might have picked up Reggie Miller, Kevin Johnson, or Horace Grant, all among the next 10 picks. It was a huge miss for the Nets. Number 7, Charlotte Hornets, Vlade Divac. Surprised to not see Adam Morrison's name here? Morrison was quite the stinker, but he's not the most painful name Charlotte fans see scrolling through their draft history. That's because that list includes the 13th pick in 1996, a high school kid named Kobe Bean Bryant. Kobe was officially a Charlotte draft pick, but they traded him for veteran Lakers center Vlade Divac. Divac played 2 seasons in Charlotte before leaving in free agency. Whoops! Number 6, Chicago Bulls, Tyrus Thomas. Remember when the Bulls drafted LaMarcus Aldridge with the 2nd pick of the 2006 draft? Most Chicago fans don't either. The Bulls traded the rights to Aldridge for number 4 pick Tyrus Thomas, hoping to pair him with Eddie Curry to bring back the glory days of the 90s. The Twin Towers pairing never got off the ground for the Bulls as Thomas farted his way through 4 meaningless seasons. And Aldridge just played in his 7th All-Star game and is still going strong. Number 5, Cleveland Cavaliers, Anthony Bennett. It's still recent, but it looks like Anthony Bennett will go down as one of the biggest number 1 pick busts in NBA draft history. Bennett was unplayable as a rookie, averaging under 13 terrible minutes a game. He was so bad the Cavs gave up on him after just 1 season, lumping him in with Andrew Wiggins in the trade for Kevin Love once LeBron James came back into town. Bennett played on 4 teams in 4 years before heading to Europe for a stint. He's currently playing his trade in the G League at a tender age of 25. Number 4, Dallas Mavericks, Randy White. A lot of memorable names were drafted in 1989, including Shawn Kemp, Vlade Divac, Glenn Rice, Tim Hardaway, Mookie Blaylock, Clifford Robinson, Nick Anderson, Sean Elliott, and others. One name you won't often see on that list, the number 8 pick, Randy White. Dallas took White out of Louisiana Tech, and he barely cleared 40% shooting for his career and never averaged double-digit points in any season. Number 3, Denver Nuggets, Nicolas Tchetchevili. The Nuggets rolled the dice with the number 5 pick in the 2002 draft, selecting Georgian, the country, not the state, prospect Nicolas Tchetchevili, and Skeeta was one of the biggest busts in recent memory. He never even averaged 4 points a game, and he didn't even play double-digit minutes in a year after his rookie season. Nicolas shot 30% for his career, not a typo, and was out of the league entirely in 4 years. Number 2, Detroit Pistons, Darko Milicic. The Pistons made the conference finals in 2003 and then had the number 2 pick in the draft a few weeks later thanks to a savvy trade years before. They wouldn't get the chance to pick high school phenom LeBron James, but in a draft with Carmelo Anthony, Chris Bosh, and Dwayne Wade, it was hard to go wrong. Enter Darko. Milicic could barely get on the floor his rookie season as the Pistons won the championship, and it didn't get much better from there. He bounced around the league for a decade before retiring to kickboxing and owns an apple orchard in Serbia today. But he'll always be remembered as one of the biggest busts in NBA history. Number 1, Golden State Warriors, Joe Barry Carroll. Philadelphia 76ers fans may cringe reading this one. The Warriors made a big move before the 1980 draft, trading up from number 3 to number 1 for a Purdue player named Joe Barry Carroll that they just couldn't pass. Though they moved up only 2 spots, the trade cost the Warriors dearly, as they also lost talented young center Robert Parrish. The Boston Celtics dropped 1 to 3 and got the best player in the draft, Kevin McHale. And the two were the spine of the Celtics dynasty in the 80s. Carroll averaged at least 17 points a game all 6 Warriors seasons, but he had a knack for not playing with enough heart, earning the nickname Joe Barely Cares. And most importantly, he just wasn't Kevin McHale or Robert Parrish. And well, that's all we know for now. Hope you liked this video and thanks for watching. Also, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. We regularly post new videos about many interesting topics. Until then, bye!